Well, good morning, friends. It's 6:21 in the morning. I'm just getting Misha's lunch packed for her ski trip. So I just wanted to show you some of the stuff I got. I got a big bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. That's not, she's going to eat them all, but I just thought for the bus drive, if she's sitting with some friends, they could have some of that. Got her some honeydew melon. A couple of strawberries, giant ones. Sub bun she made herself. It has cucumber, lettuce, black forest ham, mayonnaise, mustard. A salad. There's a couple of Gatorades in there, an ice pack, and a little ranch seasoning. And then in her book bag, she's bringing a book bag with her snow pants and all that stuff. She has a few extra treats things. And, oh, I gotta get this in here. Alright, so I got her a word search. They're not allowed to bring electronics on the bus. I sent her with some sunblock. She's got her snow pants, a couple pairs of gloves in here. I got her this little chicken salad thing. I don't know if she'll like it, but if not, she can bring it home. It's fine. Got her some bubblegum tape. Thought this was cute. It's a candy lipstick. Shaped like lipstick. Just from the dollar store. Just some Sour Patch Kids. And I think that's just about it. Oh. A baby bottle pop. So, yeah, that's what she's bringing. Ooh. Alright guys, I just made a coffee. And, I got stuff in the dryer. I put it in the wash when I went to bed last night. I got up around 5:30 and it's in the dryer. It's just about done. I washed one of those ski masks, hats, you know, where it covers her here. It's just here. She's not robbing a bank or nothing, but yeah, that it's just I'd been out on that bench in the porch and I wanted to wash it because I don't need her going there getting allergies and eye puffies and all this stuff. Like, I don't know. So that'll be washed. That'll go in her bag. And yeah, I'm excited. She's never gone skiing before. It's about a 2-hour bus drive, the paper said. And it's like downhill skiing. Maybe they have cross-country skiing there, but that's not what they're doing. It rained all day yesterday, but they do make their own snow. And it's cold out today. So I don't know. As far as I know, it's still a go. No, this is her, like she's in grade 6 and they do one big field trip like this. And yeah, they're going skiing. And I sent her with more food than she could possibly eat, but I'd rather that than not send enough. And I told her, feel free to share. If anybody wants any of it, you know what I mean? Just share it. And yeah, the bus drive with friends with no electronics. I mean, that's what they were like when I was a kid. However, kids are so used to that stuff. Yeah, you might as well have some unhealthy snacks to eat on your drive. But anyways, Violet and Boris are here. We went for a walk. It's chilly. It's colder out today than it was yesterday. And yeah, it's Monday, so the kids all go to school today. I'll go wake them up in about 15 minutes. I'm going to drink some of my coffee. And I'll make sure I get that out of the dryer before Misha goes on the bus. But I'm glad that's done. I'll have laundry to fold today. And I might do TV dinners today because I still got that pork loin in my fridge that needs to be cooked. It's good till March 11th or something. But I made honey garlic pork last week, like sometime this past week. I'm going to cut some up and make like pork and potatoes or something. I don't know. I want to start using it. So we'll do that later. Alright guys, we just got back from our walk. It's 25 after 2. I left them outside. It's nice and sunny. It's getting cooler out again. I got chips all over. I'm just making myself a fire now so the kitchen can warm up. I just brought up a couple armloads of wood. The box is empty out there. I'm not doing all that today, baby. But we got the fire going. Hardly had any kindling, so I had to scrape up some of the stuff from the dirt floor down there, but I think I got her going. All right, I'm back outside. They're doing so good not going in the mud because our driveway's all friggin' mud right now. I figured I'd come out and they'd be dog paw prints on each other's backs and stuff. I say that. I better... Yeah. I just have this jacket on. It's not that... I mean, you need something. It's not cold, but it's like a fall day, not a winter day. But the birds are out chirping and everything. I have a smidge of a headache. I just took a Tylenol. And supper's all done. I had a lapse in memory. I was like, oh, I need to make something for supper. No, I don't. I already made it. I already made that son of a gun. I don't even have to worry about it. I just take the plastic off and stick it in the microwave. Fantastic. I love when I do that. It's just sometimes I gotta build up the gumption for that. And I edited that book video I said I was doing, so that's gonna be up. Which, those are so much easier, just because it's like I sit down and talk about books. It's one clip. I just put a beginning thing on it and an ending thing on it, and that's it. Whereas these videos, I love doing them. I love editing. It's just to sit down and be in the right mind frame and energy level. It's a series of a whole bunch of different clips I've done today. I gotta piece them together and stuff, which is fine. It's not hard to do. It just takes longer than one clip. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having 20 clips, it's just one clip. Easy. So, anyways, that's done. So, I hadn't done a book video in a year. So, I just did one the other day of what I'm reading this month. And then this video I did today is just the books I've read in January and February. And there. Then I can do one reading wrap up every month. And easy. Not bad. And then occasionally when I feel like, it's not any set schedule, it's certainly not every day. If I feel like talking about books and make a video, I'll make books. Or I'll make a video. Talk about them. Not a big deal. I talk about them a little bit here anyways, but, you know, more focused. I fall down that rabbit hole if I watch YouTube. I fall into the booktube. Occasionally I watch TikTok because it's addicting. I went for a long time not having it, and then I had it. And then I had a detox from it because it's so funny. My For You page would be all funny animal videos, all scare pranks, or scary videos, like hauntings, or book talk videos. It's like those 4 categories. Sometimes cleaning videos. I like watching cleaning videos too. But I like that on YouTube too. And I follow, like, grocery hauls on YouTube, and I follow when I have time to sit down to watch stuff. But anyways, that book channel's a good way for me to keep track of what I have read too. I did start up a Goodreads thing this year. Medea started one up, and I'm like, I've tried to start that up in the past and I just couldn't keep up with it. So I started a new one this year. I don't know if any of you guys are on Goodreads. I just blog, you could set challenges. I'm not in a competition with anybody. I just put 100 books. Try to read 100 books this year. If I can't, I'll read like kid books, and hey, they're books, right? It's reading, right? It's fine, right? Right? Anyways, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. I'm just trying to keep a little more organized because I don't know. I just felt like it, I guess. And Medea's she's always been a reader anyways, but she's gotten more into reading lately. She got such a good deal the other day. This bookstore was closing, like a used bookstore. So books were 10 cents. She got 270 books for $27. What? She sent me pictures of them. I knew what a lot of them were. I read a few of them. But she certainly doesn't read what I read. Some things, but I think she likes more thriller things. She does read some horror and some romance, but I'm pretty much straight up horror, straight up romance, and dabble in thrillers if they're good ones. All right, it's just May's coming off the bus today because Misha's at her ski trip. My husband's going to pick her up, which is great. And yeah, I feel like I could take a friggin' nap. I might have to have a coffee. I have a thing I got to do for 5 o'clock, so I have to get myself together. Wake up, Tracy. I did bring out a bottle of water. And is there smoke coming out of my chimney? Yes, there is. I don't know if you can see it. There is smoke coming out of my chimney, so it's still going. And that'll warm up the kitchen like a hot box. And yeah. Anyways, I'll be back. All right, I started working on this before I thought to bring you guys along. But this is the bookshelf I put all the books on that I read last year. I'm starting to put them in here because I'm going to do videos with them. But I want to clear these shelves off. And they're awfully dusty. Let me turn the flash on. Flash. There. Those ones. There's some kinetic sand there. These. I need to get all these off because these are all red. Wipe down the shelves. I'm kind of giving up now. That might be a tomorrow problem. Issue? Not issue. Activity. Fun, productive activity. I think, yeah. Yeah. I think that's what it will be. I will just gently push that over to the side and put that basket on top of this. Yeah, I started something and I just need to stop now. You ever get like that? All right. I didn't get a chance to film when I was out with Misha. Maze is home today. He has a bit of a toothache, so I'm going to call the dentist, see if I can get him in. I was feeding the birds. There's the Herbie's out there, the seagull. Well, I think it's Herbie Jr. because it's not a full-grown seagull. Baby seagulls are brown, unless it is Herbie and he's just a filthy mess. But the thyme is out there, you know, the girl pheasants and Randall's. And Penny is out there on the tree. Where is she? She was just there. Oh, there's Morris. Penny, yeah, she's up there on the tree. Where is she? Oh, she's on the cage now. I don't know where Woody is. That's Penny. Woody's bigger. Looks just like her, but Morris Day and the Timer out there. And then Herbie and Randall. And there was a million blue jays, but they're not down there now. Maybe they're scared by all the big birds. Oh, and I started the dishwasher when I first got up today. So I'm going to empty that. All right, we're outside now. Mally and Messiah will be on their way out. I have this thing on. It's a little chilly, but it's supposed to go up to +8 today. Low of +5. That's amazing. Maybe we won't get any more snow this year, or this winter. Hard to say, but we don't have a lick of snow left in our yard. This will be the time of year people got to clean up their yards of all the debris and garbage that blew into the yard. Picking up poop and, you know, things like that. There's a little breeze though, so that's kind of chilly. I was editing a bit of a video. What? You got your sack lunch? She's bringing the sub that Misha made for her ski trip yesterday. She didn't end up eating it. So Mally's bringing it. It's delicious. Watch out. I don't want them to trip you. Anyways, we're just waiting for the bus. Waiting for Zaya. She's the slowpoke today. All right. I love you guys so much. Have a good day at school. I'm sure the bus is coming. Even the leaves think so. Oh yeah, it's here. I'm sitting in my chair, so. Let's see. Got my big old Dunlop boots on. There they go. What do you have to say about that, Pilot? Boris, you're just chewing up something. I gotta put that in the garbage. Alright friends, I have not checked back in a long time. I edited 2 videos. I was having a devil of a time trying to log on to Facebook. I'm not on Facebook all the time, but I like to have it logged into, that's where I get messages sometimes. Like, I have my messages shut off, but I keep up to date with Dad. Like, he just randomly posts things. I don't think he really knows how to work it properly, but if I can see that he's active, it's just my crazy mind. Anyways, I couldn't log into it, and I'm like, did I get hacked? And, my messenger was kicked off, and I'm like, oh my goodness, somebody hacked me, doing all this. I changed my password to my Amazon, changed my password to my emails, changed my password to this and this and this and this and this. Finally logged on to Facebook on the computer upstairs. Still can't do it on my phone yet. And I put it as a status, I might be hacked, please don't accept anything. And a bunch of people wrote, no, it was announced on the radio, like Facebook crashed, and it's not me, it's them. So I did all that work for nothing, but a good hour and a half, I was panicking. Again, not that I use Facebook a lot. I'll post occasionally on Instagram, but I have it linked with my Facebook, so it'll share the pictures over there. Anyways, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. I'm about to hang up some wet towels. I just put a load of laundry in all Mally and Mazai's clothes. Put it on heavy duty because teenagers stank. And it's an hour and 53 minutes. So Edgar's got his work cut out for him. Yeah. Right, I just put the kettle on the stove. Mace is home today. I forget if I told you that. I got a hold of the dentist. They're going to send a prescription for his tooth. He's still waiting for a specialist, and it flares up every once in a while. He just got done one friggin' antibiotic, which he hadn't had for ages, for his eczema, and now it's for his friggin' tooth. And he has a cough and stuff. Anyways, his tooth's sensitive. I'm going to make him 2 boxes of, one's raspberry, one's cherry. I'll see if I have 2 of the same. I have the kettle boiling. Over there, the fire is going, but I couldn't wait for it to boil on there. All right, I found 2 cherry. Cherry. It's 1 cup of cold water, 1 cup of hot water, boiling water, 1 cup of cold water. Doing 2 packs, so I'll do 2 cups of boiling water, mix this up till it's dissolved, and then add 2 cups of cold water, and hopefully this container holds it all. All right, there. This container does have a lid. I'm going to clear a spot in the fridge so I can put that in there. Maybe after supper this will be ready. We'll see. Okay, the oil truck just came and filled up our friggin' oil tank, like 750 plus. Anyways, I was starting this yesterday, this bookcase. Let me turn the light on. These are books I took off of there. This is the shelf I used last year of all the books I read. I'm not messing with that up there today, but I want to take the rest of these books off, and I'm going to use this shelf for the books that I read this year, but I need to get everything off so I can dust it, spray it, wipe it, and dust it. I will do this, but just not today. I can't. It's overwhelming for me. And then these books, I've read all of them. I love them, and they can go upstairs after I'm done making a few videos with them. But, yeah. I'll set you up somewheres and we'll finish this off. I'm not going to worry about supper today. I'm going to make frozen pizzas. Those Casa di Mamma ones. I'll make 2 of them. I have 2 Hawaiian ones, which that's fine. Maze will just pick off the pineapple. Or I'll pick it off for him. And, yeah. It's just been an emotional roller coaster. I thought I was going to be locked out of everything today. It puts people through the ringer, and it's like I'm not even an avid Facebook user every single day all the time. Like, I'm not, but that's hooked up with a bunch of other stuff. And if that's hacked, everything else is compromised. And, whew, talk about a roller coaster. Anyways, I got to find my tripod. I'm going to use the laundry basket to put the rest of those books in for now. And yeah, go from there. I do have a box on Augustus, which is making me do this because it's full of stuff. These are all the books that I've read this year so far. I think there's 24, maybe 25. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. Boris, you gonna help me? You are? Oh, good. some Clorox 50% off little package of wipes. I'm going to wipe off my shelf decorations. They're just dusty. This is a finger puppet somebody knitted. And this cute little demonic rat. And a cool rock. Oh. And a vulture skeleton. You know, they're fancy, aren't they? I have a lot of things I can put on my shelf, but I thought I'll just wipe them off with this because I'm sure these are just as dusty as those dang shelves. I put the laundry, that's still going, an hour and 19 minutes left. So it'll be done before the kids get home. I mean, the stuff will be in the dryer. I'll probably have to do a couple loads of dryer clothes because it's a big load of laundry. Yeah, a wee bit dusty. And then I won't have a whole lot of books. I want to go, I see people do 24 of 24, like you pick out 20 because it's the year 2024. Pick out 24 books you really plan on reading this year. It's kind of tricky for me because I don't really know what I want to read at the time, but there are some books I have been meaning to read for a long time. I'd like to have a shelf of those books, and then once I read them, I'll leave them on the shelf. I'll just turn them backwards. I have all these plans, but it's just to get around to doing them, right? I'm tired. This little, I think my sister gave me this as a Halloween decoration before. Years and years and years ago. But since I'm allergic to cats, I like cats, I'm just allergic. I can have one like this. Yeah, that was kind of dirty too. Oh, this is way overdue, doing those books. Because my shelves upstairs, I still have a ton of books, but like some series are broke up because I read some of the books this year. The rest of the series is upstairs. Like, it'll be nice to be able to sort them and put them back together in the right order, because most of them weren't in the right order to begin with, sitting on my shelves, because I had just got those shelves set up and wanted to get my books out of the boxes that they had been in for a few years. This isn't going to be perfect, but just to give old Mr. Sunshine a bit of a wipe. I don't know how much I can clean this rock. It's from the ocean. It's from the ocean, I believe. Would not want to get hit in the noggin with this. It's really jagged. Nope. But I could grab it if somebody tried to break into that door. My mug doesn't scare them away. I'm sure a rock to the head would. Not that I'd do that unless I had to, but you know what I'm saying. I'm doing the little rat now. Oh, it's all sudsing up. He squeaks too, like if I was to squeeze him, but I don't want to squeeze him because then these guys will think he's a toy. And he's not a toy, he's a decoration. All right, I'm gonna get the books that I read. I want to make sure those shelves are dry first, and then I'll get them on the shelf. Right. It's hard to see because the lighting's bad, but so these are all the ones I've read so far. This shelf. This is what I'm hoping to read this month. So I've read, this is both the same story. I have 2 copies. So my plan is to turn them around like that. I read fantastic friggin' book, Blindness, by Jose, I don't know how to say that last name. If you're looking for something interesting. So I've read this story, and I'm working on this story now. I haven't read the past couple days very much. This is about a little girl in a cult. So I'll just put that right there. And my rock's holding it up. And my kitty cat's holding these together. And yeah, I was using one of Papa's old boxes. I would like to get these brought upstairs in the landing where my bookshelves are so I can go through them, do a couple of little videos, and then put them back on the shelf. But that will not be today. I'm not lifting these, so I'll see if my husband can do it for me. Ooh. All right, guys, I haven't checked back in a bit. We didn't go for a very long walk this afternoon just because my husband had to leave for an appointment and Maze is here. So we're back. I'm going to wait for another 20 minutes before the bus gets here. But yeah, anyways, I don't think I mentioned when I was feeding the birds this morning, Anne and Elliot from over there. Elliot had to turn into an angel yesterday. He was put down. He had been sick for years. He was deaf and partially blind, and he was anemic and like a bone cancer or something. And anyways, she brought over some dog treats she had left. This was just yesterday afternoon. Like, I seen her when she left, not realizing that would be the last. Anyways, yeah, I gave her a couple of big hugs and talked to her a bit. And yeah, he was 14 years old. He was a black lab. Deaf as a post, but always a good-natured dog, and it broke my heart. I've only ever had to do that one time before, make that decision, and it's the hardest decision I've ever made. And yeah, she was like, I've never gone. She's always had dogs, she said. This is the first time she's never gone longer than 6 weeks without having a dog, and she's had Elliot for 14 years. Well, she rescued him, so 13 years. She rescued him when he was 1. But that's a long time to have a dog. Anyways, she was holding it together, but you could tell she's like anybody would be a mess. I'd be a mess. That day's never going to come, right, guys? I'm sure it will, but I'm sure we'll all see each other in spirit later. I know not everybody believes that, but I do, so... anyways, yeah, that's really hard because, oftentimes I'd say, oh, Ann and Elliot just went up the road. Oh, there's Ann and Elliot out in the yard. It's just the 2 of them. It was just the 2 of them over there. Now it's just her, and she's like, the house seems so empty and quiet. And I know dogs don't talk, but just having that presence in your house. If you can come home to a dog or a cat or a tarantula or whatever that's happy that you're home, it gives you a sense of family. And if you don't have anybody or anything, and not that you have to, not everybody has to, but I like that feeling. She didn't say anything, but I think she feels hollow. But that's how a person would feel, hollow. Lonely, and it's only been a day, but she does have a lot of friends. Anne has a lot of friends here in the community, which is great. One of her best friends went up yesterday. She told me all about it. The vet, she goes to a vet further away. It's 3 ladies. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And she was like, I'm second guessing that, and they helped her, you know what I mean? He had been going to appointments, but it was time. It was time. His gums were white. It was time. But it's sad. So I told the kids, and they're like, oh, really? Like, not that they I mean, they knew Elliot. They pet Elliot. They talk to Elliot. They say hi to Elliot. But, it's like losing somebody precious in a community. Innocent. But I was like, Anne, he had the best life. You rescued him. He went for walks every day. He was an only child. You took him everywheres with you. She was like, she went down to a meeting last night, and a lot of her friends are here in this community. She was like, I gave all my friends, like, extra food and stuff that I had left over. She brought over a box of milk bones. She was like, will your dogs eat that? I said, yeah, they'll eat that. Boris is a cast iron frying pan. He'll eat anything. Violet's a little more picky, but, She was like, yeah, I don't mind giving away all the treats, but I'm keeping all the toys and stuff. I'm like, yeah, so you don't have to rush to get rid of anything. You know what I mean? This is your life, and you need time to grieve. You need time to process this. This just happened yesterday, and I'm here for you. I gave her another hug. If you ever want to just come over to my crazy house, you're more than welcome to. And, yeah, it's sad, so poor Elliot. But he's probably not in pain anymore. She said she couldn't even, the past few days, she couldn't even take him for walks. Like, he would just stop. And, yeah, he's obviously uncomfortable because he loved walks. And, yeah. Anyways, kind of a gloomy thing to share, but it's real life. And he had the best dog mom he could possibly have. And, yeah, it's just sad. I hate to see anybody going through that grieving process, but it's all part of the process. And he's still walking right by her feet. She just can't see him. That's all. He's still there. My dear Toffee and Frankie's still here. Yeah. And Midnight from when I was a baby. Or not a baby, a young child. Had a little dog. They're all just playing around. It's fine. But it's an empty feeling when somebody's here one day and gone the next. Especially a pet, like a dog or a cat or whatever. That is just 100% pure love. What a punch to the heart. But she did the right thing. And I just feel for her because I love her. I said, oh, Anne, I love you. I really do. And gave her a hug and, all that stuff. It was funny because I was in the middle of throwing stuff out for the birds. And there was about 20 blue jays up in Timothy's tree. The pheasants had just been outside, so they were up across the road waiting. Randall was over here hooting and hollering. Penny, or Woody, I forget. I think it was Penny that was on the suet thing. She wasn't shook at all. She was just doing her thing. And my Sparks, they were all waiting around for the food, not realizing we were having a traumatic conversation. It was funny. The Blue Jays especially were hooting and hollering. But anyways, yeah. So we won't see Elliot anymore. She was like, I don't know if I'll ever get another dog. Certainly not a puppy. I said, but you have lots of time to think about that. Like, she's not quite 7. Well, she said she was, later 60s, okay? I won't say, but she was like, I have to think about a dog that might outlive me. I said, Anne, you don't need to even think about that right now. If you want to get another dog, you'll know when you're ready to get one. And you don't have to get a puppy. You can. She was like, oh no, I always rescue my dogs and stuff. I'm like, well, yeah, you can get a middle-aged dog or an older dog if you wanted to, or, one that's 3 or 4 years old. So, I wish I could always just rescue. I mean, Violet kind of was. She was being rehomed. Boris was a puppy, but we're so allergic, and it's hard to get poodles in any kind of rescue place here. It really is. We have a animal shelter here, but it's for cats here in this community. It's just for cats. There's no dogs. And yeah. Anyways, I don't know why I got on this tangent, but yeah. Poor Elliot. He's not here anymore, but he's a puppy angel. He crossed the Rainbow Bridge. And he's not in pain, and he can still look after his mommy. I'm sure he does. All the Sparks are right around me. Lovely. Love it. And then my most intelligent smartest dogs in the world. They are quite intelligent. They're waiting for the bus. They know it's bus time. We did go up the road just a little ways and back, not far. I just wanted to be back for when my husband had to leave. All right. Did a little bit of a meditation, not a big one. Why don't you guys just kiss and get it over with? All right. I have the house phone out here, waiting for that friggin' dentist office to call. She got some book. How was school? I missed ya. How's your legs? Her legs are so sore from skiing yesterday. How's your legs? So should I kick you in the shin? Should I kick you in the shin? They're right sore. What's that? Oh, okay. All right, here's the pizzas, the Casa de Mama, and 2 Hawaiian ones. Get out of here. And yeah, I think it's $4.50. Yeah, $4.50 for 14 to 16 minutes. So that's what we're gonna make. All right, they're done. I'm gonna slice them and dice them, and yeah, do them up. Well, hey friends, it's Tracy from Another Day. I'm just putting an ending on this video. Yeah, it was good to get through that bookshelf, and yeah, I'm hoping I can be a little more on top of my reading organization. You see these shelves, and there's one there too. It's not a tall one. I need to get organized, but I will one of these days. One of these days I'll tackle it like a project and do it, but just it's my mind, the way it works. I just need to do it when I feel like doing it. But anyways, I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose, but if not, that's okay too. I still love ya. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really honest and truly do. Yes, I do. So yeah, I'm just trying to get some things done. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I had a busy morning, and I want to edit a video or two. So with that, I'm going to say have a good night or have a good morning, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Boink.